Good morning, everybody, and again, I want to thank the frontline essential employees that are out there every day, the backbone of our community, keeping us moving forward. Thank you so much for what you do. To everyone, from CDTA to sanitation to water purification, thank you. Thank you. You keep us moving, and I can't thank you enough. But unfortunately, today, we had another resident pass away last night. So that brings our total up to 67. We lost a woman in her 80s with underlying health issues, and my condolences and prayers go to the family and to these 66 other families. Again, I wish I didn't have to say this every day. It's difficult times when someone loses somebody in a time period where you cannot say goodbye to them the proper way. So again, my prayers and condolences go to the family with the woman that passed away in her 80s and the other 66. As of today, we have 1,425 positive cases, which is up 27 from yesterday. We have 852 people under mandatory quarantine, that's down by 37. And we have 16 people under precautionary quarantine, that's down by 3. We have 3,646 people have completed quarantine, and 936 tested positive for the virus and have recovered. That's 40 have recovered since yesterday, which is also good news. And we're up 95 from the number 2, the people that have completed quarantine, which is also good. There are now 29 people in the hospital with a hospitalization rate of 2.03. And currently there's 6 people in the ICU, and that number was 4 yesterday, so that's up 2 from yesterday. Over the last 5 days, there's been an average of 16 new positive cases each day, up slightly from what I said yesterday. So again, as we move forward and we continue being aggressive with mobile testing like we did in Queens Ravina, as we're offering out throughout the whole community of Albany County, I can tell you I'm glad to see that these numbers aren't steadily climbing like they were in the beginning. Like I've said before, I hope we're on a downward slope, but time will tell. It's still there, as Dr. Whalen and I continue to say to everyone. So please, call our mobile testing number if you are in that area, and you can see the full schedule on our website as always, but the number's 518-465-4771, 465-4771. And for the testing of essential workers have been expanded to New York State at UAlbany, as we said before. That number they can call is 1-888-364-3065, or you can go online. For the Colony site, you need to register at riteaid.com. And again, the Priority 1 Urgent Care in Gilliland, same thing. They're doing antibody testing along with everything else, so you can go there and make an appointment. So as we continue to stay out in the community doing this, and our numbers are going in the right direction, which is all good news. So the only way we're going to be able to open up our economy in the capital region is by working together. Today, I have taken my reopen plan that I worked on it with the 7 other counties, and we submitted it to the control room for their review today, and I'll be releasing it tomorrow to the press. But I wanted to give them time, and obviously my legislators. I talked to Chairman Joyce last night. I want to give them time to go through it and review it also. And again, it's a working document. It can change. We hope we crossed every T and put a dot with every I. But again, it could, if people have an idea they want to add to it, we're more than willing to add to it, and it will be continuously updated and moved as we go on. But I'll get more into that tomorrow. But I also want to remind people as we get closer to reopening that we have to continue to do social distancing, wearing masks, doing the right thing. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day, people. And we do want you to go out and get fresh air. We want you to use our rail trail in Thatcher Park or wherever you want to go for your walks, or the golf course. We've gotten complaints about Capitol Hills. Please, if you go there, I know we like to leave our dogs off the leash, but for people going out there, they get a little scared. You should leave the dog on the leash and wear a mask and keep your social distancing. I've gotten a few complaints about that from people, so please keep that in mind. And as always, we will continue to closely monitor all the matrix. And as the situation in hospitals and everything else with PPE, we will continue to get it out to the people that need it and work in a partnership with every other county and nursing home in this county to get where we need to get and continue to work with businesses and everyone else. Dr. Whalen.
Good morning. So we are continuing to see a low number of positive cases compared to what we had seen in the past, which is encouraging. And we're getting a lot of questions at the health department around reopening, around guidance, around what businesses, schools, and others should be doing to prepare for opening, whether it be in the coming weeks or in the fall. We are looking carefully at guidance that has been sent out by the state and that has been issued yesterday by the CDC, and we'll be reconciling these and sharing information with the public. For now, I would encourage people to look at forwardnewyork.gov and to look at the CDC website to get an additional sense of how you should be considering the considerations you should be currently thinking of for reopening your businesses. We have also had a number of calls with the New York State Association of County Health Officials. We're hearing some concerns from our nursing homes about meeting the deliverable of testing twice weekly. There are difficulties with laboratory availability, so we are again trying to work with the state DOH so that we can ensure people have the resources that they need to do this. This is a huge challenge for our nursing home partners throughout the county and throughout the state. So we will continue to have discussions on that going forward.
Thank you, Dr. Whalen. And again, a lot of the questions we got about reopening, yes, we don't want to reopen if it's not going to be at a cost to the safety and health of the residents that I represent. And not just here in Albany County, but across this whole Capital District and across the whole state. So we want to do everything, and we're being as cautious as we can. But again, this is all new. It's all new. We're tackling something that we've never had to deal with, and we're adjusting to it every day, every second of the day. And I can assure you, most of the time before Dr. Whalen and I come to these press conferences, things are changing the minute I'm walking down the hallway. And we're trying to stay on top of it and give out good information, but also remind people that, we're in this together. We're in this together, and we'll get through it working together. But talking about that, when we do reopen, group activities and sports probably won't be allowed for any time soon from what I'm being told. So I know I got a lot of phone calls from a lot of little leagues and different people, and I can assure you, I don't think that's going to happen for a while, for obvious reasons, because still, even as we open up through phase 1 and 2, the lift on more than 10 people being together is not changing. So do the math, with baseball, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, it's probably not going to happen, basketball, so just to remind people. But I am proud to announce that Albany County has received a $10,000 grant to protect children in gymnastics clubs programs from abuse. Athletes Are Children First is a pilot program created by New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty of Children. It was dealt with last year for the sex abuse scandal of Larry Nassar and the U.S. gymnastic team. That was disgusting, shocking, and eye-opening. Parents shouldn't have to worry about when they bring their kids to sport facilities or leave them with coaches. The last thing any parent wants to worry about is sexual abuse. So who better than to have on and talk about the grant and about this issue is our Director of Crime Victims and Sexual Violence Center. And for fighting for this grant and for fighting for crime victims here in Albany County every day, Karen, I can't thank you enough. Please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're delighted to be a partner with the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. This is a brand new grant, a pilot project, and there are 7 regions in New York State. There are 8 partners, and we're very proud to be one of them. In the Capital Region, we have partnered with our DCYF and our Children's Advocacy Center. So we'll be working together to train all the local gymnastics clubs. We will be working with the coaches, we'll be working with the parents, and we'll be working with the athletes. Things have changed with coronavirus. The start date has been pushed back a little bit. We're going to look for a fall training and a 2021 rollout. We're going to be providing education, outreach, resources, and support for all of the people that are involved. So again, we'll be working with the children, their parents, and the coaches. We don't believe that we should be training children to protect themselves. What we want to do is educate children on what safe behaviors are and really work with the adults to protect the children in our community from sexual abuse and any kind of child abuse. So we're delighted to be a part of this, and hopefully, again, this is a pilot project that can continue. Once we complete this, we'd love to offer this training to our other sports as well as gymnastics. So we will be doing more as we go forward, and we'll be happy to share that with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you to you and your team for what you do around the clock, 7 days, answering that hotline and being there for everybody.
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough. Some good things I want to share with you. We got a letter from a family member from a loved one at Shaker Place, and it's nice for the workers out there to see this up, but it was touching, so I just wanted to just read a little bit of it. She writes that her family is deeply grateful for all that you've done and continue to do for our uncle. It gives us such a happy heart to hear that he has recovered from the virus. And it goes on, and it's to the caretakers that are taking care of their uncle at the nursing home. And again, I can't thank people enough to take that time to write them a letter, because it means a lot to the workers. They're under a lot of stress. They're under working a lot of hours. They're around the clock, and obviously they know what they're walking into every day and then have to go home to their family. So I can't thank the staff out there enough. So I've been getting a lot of questions about contact tracing jobs, and I'm going to share the link with you. You can find out more and you can apply. Go to the governor's New York Forward page in the search tab, and you type in the link that we're displaying, and you can go to the monitoring dashboard and you can hook up for the people out there that are looking to get a job. I believe it's $27 an hour, and through the Bloomberg Foundation. I think you're just being an independent worker, so I don't think any benefits come with that, but I'm not sure. I've gotten that question, so I'm trying to find out for people that have reached out to us on that. Also, a mental health support hotline is always 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 518-269-6634. Our 24-hour sexual assault hotline is always 518-447-7716. And please, as always, our 211 number and our New York State hotline, as always. And again, I just want to remind everyone, this is the 10th week. Today starts the 10th week, people, 65 days into this. And yes, everything changes and moves forward. So we have to readjust, we have to recalibrate, and we have to be able to take a step back and take a deep breath. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And we'll get through this as New Yorkers working together in a partnership.